Good morning, Rockland County.
Good
How is
morning,
everybody?
Tina Traster.
Good morning.
Good morning. So I guess we're all thinking about Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess for some people, that means shopping. We ran a... What?
No, to some, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I think Thanksgiving has come to mean three things, right? Turkey, football, and shopping.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't like to shop anyhow, so.
Well, no, for me it doesn't mean any of those things. I'm vegetarian, I don't like football, and I don't do a lot of shopping either. For me it means, downtime and family time. But anyway, we ran a story last week that cites a study from Lean Plum, which is a digital analytics company. And what they're reporting is that it says that consumers will shun brick-and-mortar stores this holiday season, with more than 95% buying half or more of their gifts online. And add to that, the younger Americans, millennials and Gen Zs, will 16% of them say that they are only going to shop online. So, further along in the study, it says that digital spending during November and December of this year is expected to reach $143 billion, which is up 14% from a year ago. So I think that these are some very important trends for our local and even our corporate retailers who are based here in Rockland County to be taking very seriously.
It's funny, though. My daughter, I guess, bought something, and it came, and she was upset because she could tell just by looking at it was the wrong size from what she had ordered. And it goes to then such a hassle to get it sent back and get another one sent to you. I mean, are people repeated buyers online, or do they get disgusted because things like this happen?
I think that what happens is that there's a learning curve about buying online, and I also think that there's like a comfort curve. So I'll take the two one at a time. I think in terms of the learning curve, for the younger generation, okay, it's all they know. It's basically practically all they know. So, for example, my daughter wanted a jacket. So she went into the mall to try it on and then came home and bought it online. That is how Gen Z functions almost entirely online. They do everything. They watch, quote, TV, movies. I mean, do you ever see a Gen Z person with a book in hand? I don't. It's kind of sad. I actually
it is. I'm glad you said that. It really is.
Oh, it's really sad. So that generation, and I think that's interesting that the study parses out, the habits of the younger shoppers. Now, so I think that with shopping online, it becomes a thing of the learning curve. So for that generation, it's all they know. For, let's say, people more of our generation, the more we do it, and I can speak personally from, the more we shop online, the more comfortable and at ease we get. Not only that, but I don't know if you're aware of this, the computer has something called cookies, which saves our data. So you go online to, let's say, I don't know, LL Bean, and all the information just fills in automatically. You put your name in, and all the information, it fills in, including your credit card. You just maybe need to put in that private, passcode. So the thing is that it's so easy that it becomes, you gain a comfort level with it. And then I think what happens is, whereas at one point, you start to buy things that seem more logical to buy online, like a DVD or a book or something like that, and then you start to migrate into something that you wouldn't have necessarily purchased online, like multiple packs of chewing gum or whereas you might have run over to Home Depot to get some light bulbs, now you'll just go online, you'll type in that model of your LED, it's such, they make it so easy for you because it's like delivered the next day or maybe 2 days. You have to wait. So, yeah, I would say that the online shopping environment certainly becomes very, very alluring. And, there might be a threshold. I mean, there are some things that, you just need to go and get out of your house, and no one's going to cut your hair online, or you might not want to buy a car online, although people do.
Yeah, I know. I was just going to say that to you. Some do, but I...
Right, but I think that for general merchandise, and particularly the categories that are being hurt the most, which is apparel, home goods, and cosmetics, it's just, I don't remember I don't wear a whole lot of makeup, but I don't remember the last time I bought a cosmetic in a department store. It's just too easy to go online, and then there are incentive points. I mean, the whole online environment has become, very ripe for shopping.
Hey, is that store that was taking over one floor of the old Macy's? I think it was called At Home. Is that in business now? Is that going?
Well, it's still in the works. It's still in the process of happening.
Yeah.
How well they're going to do with the home goods nearby, and the whole softening of the economy. They have a lot. They have a lot of stores, I guess, so they can bolster a bumpy start. But I don't know. I can't imagine.
You say a softening of the economy, and I agree with you, by the way, but there are people who say the economy's never been in better shape, the indices are all up, this, that, and the third, but yet I talk occasionally to people in retail and in this area, and they say it's slow. It's very slow.
It is slow, and the unemployment rate ticked up just recently. Yesterday, the unemployment rate went up a bit. The economy is going to soften. Now, whether or not we're going to have a gutting like we had last time, let's pray not. But the economy is definitely softening. There's less. The consumer confidence is starting to feel, and I think also it'll depend on the election season, and what goes on with tariffs in China. But I think globally, we're looking at getting into a softer economy at this time. Even if the economy does hum along, and even if certain sectors can remain robust, that withstanding, retail is and has been in a reset mode for the last couple of years while the economy was strong. So I think that is the most vulnerable sector of the economy right now from what I can see. And, I think we're on target to close, I think the latest number was 12,000 stores this year in 2019. That's a lot of stores.
Yeah, no kidding.
And a lot of those are the big box stores, so those are stores that are taking up a lot of retail space, and those are spaces that are not easily replaced. That's why we were talking last week about the Volkswagen, taking that the 30,000 plus square feet in the former Bob's Furniture location.
You in Nanuet?
Yeah. No, Spring Valley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, up that way. So, I mean, it's definitely a very challenging time for retailers. But I really think that the flip side is opportunity for the small spaces along main streets in the villages and the towns, and small cities, not in Rockland, but in the region. I was it Beacon over the weekend, over in southern Dutchess County on the other side of the river. I mean, talk about a thriving small Hudson Valley city. It's just and even in Nyack too. I mean, with all the condo building, some 400 to 500 condos are supposed to come online there. I mean, there's a sign where some of the growth is, but the retail, I don't know. It feels a bit well. It's definitely.
What headlines the Rockland Business Journal as we speak now?
Yeah. So in addition to that, we had a story up about the American Dream Mall has delayed the opening indefinitely of its water park. I think that's kind of interesting. I don't think we have a water park down here in this Rockland, Bergen, Westchester region. I think the nearest water park might be in Connecticut, and then the ones that are opening and multiplying in Orange and Sullivan counties. So the delay of the water park is something to watch. We reported on that, and we did an interesting Bill Batson, a beloved figure from Nyack. He did a column today about some advice about collaborating with other crafts makers or artists to pool their resources for holiday gift selling. It was a good piece. And stay tuned because we're going to have something on the Palisades Mall this week.
Oh, this week?
Yes. But I'm not going to tell you what it is, so you have to go to the Journal.
Oh,
look
you
for
can't do
it.
that to me.
Well, you got to have some carrot out there, right?
All right, we'll have folks check it out, and then if they don't tell us when it happens, you will next Monday. That's all.
That's right. And obviously have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Tina. That's Tina Trester, Rockland Business.